welcome to the Retro Gamer 365. I'm Professor Stu, and today we are going over Exit the Game. And this one particularly is Kidnapped in Fortune City, and it is an escape room published by Cosmos. And Cosmos is a German company, and back in 2016 they jumped on the craze of escape rooms. And obviously you don't have an entire room inside this box, but it works. We've done probably around a dozen of these, and there's two and a half dozen total, and they're very interesting. They're designed to be single use, so it says that they have very complex things. Here, I'll read it from the back. It says this game can only be played once. To solve the riddles, you'll have to write on, fold, and cut the game materials. This makes it possible to have an especially wide variety of riddles. Paper and cardboard components are recyclable. That's so exciting. It's also a lie. You can go through these just fine without cutting them up or writing on them or anything else. Photocopies are your friend. So just make copies of the book and you'll probably be good. And there's only been a few where you've had to do that. And if you really don't want to, you don't have a copy machine or something, you can always just jump ahead and use the hint cards. We'll get to that in a minute. And so this one reads, crime runs rampant in the frontier town of Fortune City, and now the sheriff has disappeared like a tumbleweed in a dust storm. With the precious little time he has tried to find him by uncovering clues and evidence at the saloon, drugstore, gunsmith, post office, jail, and bank. As a team, you will decide the order in which you will visit these locations and who you will interrogate along the way. Will you decipher the clues and make sense of the townspeople's testimonies in time to rescue the sheriff? That's a good question. So this one is suggested to be 1 for 4 players, and I would definitely not recommend doing these by yourself because it's good to have someone else with a different perspective. But you can really have 12, 15, 20 people working on these at once, as long as you can get to the material you can work on together. And it says ages 12 and up. That's probably a good idea. Mainly with this one, it's just due to trying to figure it out. There are other ones where there's more mature content with, like the catacombs, and that you probably want older kids to do it, not younger kids that give them nightmares. And the average playtime is 1 to 2 hours on these, so that's not guaranteed. If you're really good, you'll get in 1 hour. And if you're really bad, like we were starting, figure 6+ hours, even with using the hint cards. And so these boxes are very nice boxes. They're actually pretty sturdy. And frequently, the box has information necessary in order to solve the clues on it. Now this one says it's 3.5 dots out of 5. This is actually the easiest one that we've done. Maybe it's because we just got better. I don't know. But it's definitely been the easiest one. So each one of these games comes with a little card like this. And basically you spin the wheel, little wheels on it, and it changes this number right here in this part. And this tells you which clue card to go to. It's very interesting. So each one of these is based upon which clue it is you're looking for the icon there. And like this one has a different part. Here's part of one of the clues here. It's for the L-shaped one. And here's the manual. And so the manual really normally doesn't serve any purpose else than to give you the clues as what you're doing and tells you what's in the box. Sometimes there is actually information inside the manual that is necessary to solve clues. And then on the very back, there's always this certificate saying, this is who did it. This is how well we did. And basically, on page 4, it has a breakdown of how badly you suck. Normally, we're very far over here in the greater than 120 minutes with lots and lots of help cards. But the less help cards you do, the better you get, obviously. And so in this one, you specifically have the sheriff's notes. I'm not going to go through what's in here because you have to figure it out yourself, but this is one of your clues that you're going to get. Eventually, you'll get the town map. And it specifically says on here, do not open until you are told to do such by the game. So I won't show you the inside, but it's there. Then we have these mysterious items that you don't know what they are. You get lots of these throughout the different games. And you're really not supposed to know what they are or get them until you're told to. You know, weird things like this. This one is actually from a revolver that you get early on in the game. So they're all necessary to solve the clues. And this one's unique from the other ones that we've done in that it has locations. And so these are the 5 locations that I mentioned, 6 locations. They mentioned on the back of the box. And so you have everything from like the drugstore right here. And then you have the post office. I'll go and read them. This one is the saloon. And then you have the gunsmith, the bank, and then finally we have here the jail. And so these are unique in that they're different than the other ones because these ones you actually get to go to the locations in any order you want to, which is really nice. And you get to figure everything out based upon what the clues show there. And the clues align to this wheel right here, what they do. And then you have these things here, which you don't know that these are diamonds, but these are diamonds. And they're necessary for one of these clues. And you're told when you get them. And so every single one of these games I've done has this deck of cards. And it says, stop, this is the bottom. Stop, this is the top. As if you couldn't figure that one out. But you go through, and so it has roll cards like this. And this one has roll cards A through W. And these are what actually lets you solve the game. And they're all very important. They're all tied to each one of the digital things. But each one of these little icons here on this wheel has 3 help cards. Like these are the ones for the circle. And so you have circle, the plus sign, triangle, hexagon, little Y shape, like security screwdriver bit, square, 5-pointed star, and a crescent moon, a weird L-shaped thing that I showed on the back, a diamond, and that's it. And so these ones will let you solve every single clue in the game. And so if you have a problem, you pull our first card. If you already know the stuff that's on it, it does not count against you. If you need to pull a second card, you pull the second card. It gives you a little bit more information. And the third clue basically lines out exactly what the answer is. And so if you already know what you're doing and you have all 3 of them figured out when you look at the clue cards, you don't take any points for it. So that's helpful. And then the final set are the answer cards. And this one also has a few others. These ones are just little ads for different games that they have. And so these are the ones that really tell you where you're going to. So if you're ready, choose your own adventure novel. These are like the pursuing chapters after the first one, where you make a bad answer and you may go to the point and it says, oh, you just died. So like this card right here is card number 2. And we call these the bite me cards. And it says, that would make even the sheriff's deputy shake his head. Unfortunately, this code is not correct. And there are lots of these cards with these big red X's in here, which is why we call them bite me cards, because it's basically saying you're stupid and you're wrong. And there's lots of varied ways that they do that. But then you have these cards like this one, and it says, well, where do you see this icon? Because it may be right. Or you could be barking on the wrong tree, and this is actually a card necessary for a different clue. And then it will tell you by putting in the code on here which one you're going to. And if you get the right one there, then it will give you a right bonus, like this one right here is the first one you get. And so it has an answer up here at the top and tells you what you get. Not really complex process that you get here, but makes it very deep and interesting. And on the box it says that you can only play it once because you're going to know the clues and then you're going to not have any challenge. But if it's been a year plus like some of these have been for us, you're not going to remember the answers anyway. So I think they're good for replay. And so then almost all of these have an insert in the box like this. And this one's pretty, it has different colors in it. Not all of them do, but that's because this one is part of one of the clues, which you find out partway through. And then there's the box. And so most people just say, oh, look, it's a box. But this box has a clue on it also. I'm not going to give you the answer to it. But just be aware that there are many things like this on different ones. And so this one, as I said, is the easiest one that we've done, which could just be that we're really used to them at this point. I don't know. I'd like to see someone else do it. Actually, if you've gone through this one, let me know how you did down in the comments below. And we got this one in about an hour and a half with only one hidden card. So that's a big change for us. But overall, these games are really, really entertaining. So if you like escape rooms of any sort or solving puzzles, I would definitely recommend getting the escape rooms from Exit the Game by Cosmos. And they're available like at Barnes & Noble, off Amazon. Not hard to find, really. So that's everything I have for this video, and I just want to thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe and the like button, and just keep on gaming every day. Have a good day. Bye.